Hi, my name is Randy Johnson, and I'm the director of the International Localization Network and Five Stones Publishing. This video is being produced to assist you in the developing of a plan to market your book or books. This intro video is just going to get us started, but in subsequent videos, we're going to get into all the nuts and bolts of several different methods of marketing. Not all of them will be effective for your book, but I believe amongst the videos that will be here, you'll find several things that will assist you in developing a very comprehensive and helpful marketing plan. So look through the videos. You're going to have to do some picking and choosing as to what might best be effective for your book. We'll talk about what kind of books are able to be marketed in different ways. So just enjoy it, and through this process, we will hopefully construct for you a very powerful marketing platform. Marketing, what is it? Marketing to some people is just a way of sales. Well, certainly marketing includes selling. But more importantly, marketing is a little broader than just sales. It also takes into account your branding, how you look in the community as a company. It also is marketing involves in research of the market, which is really where I want to begin today. Because before you can effectively market, you have to understand as much as you possibly can about the market to which you want to market to. I mean, it seems pretty obvious, but I can't believe how many times an author will write a book without taking the time necessary to really understand their market and to be able to craft their book in accordance to the people they're really trying to reach and serve. So often an author will develop a book because it's in them and it has to come out, and I understand that. It has to be something they're passionate about. But when you take the time to know your market, then you can take that passion and focus it in a way that best reaches your market and best educates them. You could write a tremendous book on a subject that is missing the educational level of your audience. And then your effect is, as great as your book might be, it might not be effective because you're talking to an audience that's above them or one that's below them. And I often recommend when people write a book to have a little picture of somebody on their desk that represents, as like a poster child almost, the group they're trying to reach. I find they make a much more focused and well-crafted book when they do that. So I would encourage you to do the same thing. And that's just basically comes under knowing your market. The other thing I'd like to mention is the idea of quality. Quality throughout your marketing campaign is really critical. You are going to be stuck with an image that your marketing and branding campaign give you. So you want to be careful from day one that when you develop business cards, brochures, or a sign for your book signing, that everything be done with excellence. I think it brings honor to the Lord, and it also brings your book to them in a much more favorable light in the books that are to come. Once you're established as somebody that is not of quality, there's a lot of effort that has to go into changing that perception in a community. And so one of the things is begin early with your marketing. You should begin as soon as you have a concept. This is not something you want to wait for. Now, I realize a lot of you have probably already written your book, but just something to keep in mind as you go forward. Know your market. Work with quality. The last thing I want to mention in this video, before we get into the very specific things about marketing your book, is to talk about the different mindset of a marketer as opposed to an author. You're going to have to do a foundational shift in your thinking about your book, from one that is thinking about something that might be very personal, something that's very almost reclusive, focusing on your book, to reaching people, connecting, networking, and all the things that goes into making yourself known and your book known. You may have to speak in front of people. There's all these things. Now, obviously, a lot of people I work with are pastors and leaders of ministries that are writing the books. And in that case, it's not such a big deal because most of them understand the idea of marketing their ministry, or just whether they use the word marketing or not is really not important. But they're out there, they are very comfortable in that venue, and it's not a big deal. But for many of you, the idea of being more public, more in the face of other people and out there, there's a little getting used to that. So there is a definite mindset change that I'm asking you to do as you approach these things. When you see the different suggestions that are out there, some of them require you to be out there. And for some people, that's scary and they don't think it'll work because they don't have confidence in themselves. And your thinking on that needs to change. You need to become more comfortable in your skin, and hopefully believing in your message will help you do that. When you write a book that you're passionate about, it's a little bit easier to get out there and sell it because it's your opportunity to make the change in your culture that made you write it in the first place. And I believe if God's called you to write your book, which I believe for most of you that's the case because it's a big job, and to get through it you have to have some motivation. And I find that people that go through and finish the job, usually there's a message there that needs to get out. So if that's the case with you, break those chains of fear and go out there and tackle some of these ideas as you go forward. And that's going to conclude this video, and we will look forward to seeing you on the next video, even though I obviously can't see you. But I'm hoping the best for your book. So see you next time.